Hey, what's up, witches? Look, it's Pyewacket. Hey, Pyewacket. What is up, my witches? It's me, Luna. And I'm here with an unboxing today of a deck that has been around for a while. And I needed something not tarot, something easier today. So here's the Mythic Oracle, Wisdom of the Ancient Greek Pantheon by Carissa Mulatto, and artwork by Michelle Lee Phelan. Now, there's another deck, the Oracle of the Dragon Fae. It's a Lucy Cavendish deck that it's collaborative. There's a lot of artists, and Michelle Lee Phelan is one of them. You may know her better as Raven Phelan, and she is the author of Dreams of Gaia, and is it the Messenger Oracle that I have? And there's another Oracle. But her artwork is luminous. There, you can see that better now. Luminous and stunning and very recognizable as hers. So I'm delighted to have this. We have the same thing on both sides. This is Beyond Words, sorry. And Simon Pulse is the publisher. It includes 45 cards, 160-page guidebook. Become the hero, discover your destiny, and channel the power of the gods. Meet primal forces, titans, gods, magical beings, and legendary heroes. Discover the power and passion of deities like Zeus, king of the Olympians. Learn from the triumphs and trials of heroes like Achilles, who won glory in battle, and discover the courage and compassion of beings like Psyche, whose gentle beauty inspired the god of love himself. Let the timeless lessons of the Mythic Oracle guide you through the cycles of life, from matters of love, friends, and family to spirituality, creativity, and personal awareness. Use the messages of this oracle to move through life's challenges with clarity and confidence. Expand your intuition and inner strength and find the answers you seek. Author Carissa Mulatto and artist Michelle Lee Phelan present 45 divinely inspired cards in an in-depth guidebook that explains the messages of these mighty beings, as well as offering step-by-step instructions to give accurate and powerful readings for you and your friends, not just one. Face the future, find your courage, and let the Mythic Oracle guide you on your own epic journey. Now, on the bottom here, it says Beyond Words, Simon Pulse, imprint of Simon & Schuster, Children's Publishing Division. Text is copyright 2008-2012 by Carissa Mulatto, and illustration, same thing, 2008-2012. And over here it says watch videos, get extras, and read exclusives at teen.simonandschuster.com. And down here it says contains 45 cards, 160-page book, ages 12 and up. So very interesting that this is being marketed through the children's end of Simon & Schuster. And I did go to simonandschuster.com and found all kinds of things. They are the ones that put out the Inside Editions decks, which are all the fandom decks. And I saw so many decks that are up and coming and the dates that they'll be here, and I'm very excited. They also have Rockpool Tarot decks and Inside Editions. Oh, and there's Seco books too. So Seco books, Inside Editions, and now I forgot the third again. Rockpool, I have to say, are three of my least favorite tarot publishers. I think that's as far as I will go. Anyway, here's the Mythic Oracle. It's worth going. Sorry, I'm gonna sidetrack myself again. It is worth going to publishers just to see what they have, and search the term tarot, search Oracle, and they will show you everything that they've got. I saw some wonderful ones on the way there, and ones that are already here. There's one called the Pregnancy Tarot that I really have to have, or Tarot for Pregnancy, I think it is. So we've got a shiny box with, thank God for the thumb holds, because shiny, glossy boxes are hard to pull apart. Bright golden inside. Here's the book. And here's the deck. Let's look at the book first. Carissa Mulatto is a talented Australian author who has spent over a decade studying many different aspects of the body, mind, and spirit field, and also has worked for many years as a professional tarot reader. She has a strong interest in psychology and world spiritual traditions and is an expert in the area of mythology. Carissa is also a singer-songwriter, as well as releasing her own musical projects. She's composed music for several meditation CDs. Carissa also runs The Mystical Lights, a spiritual website at themysticallights.com, where many meditations, articles, and spiritual courses are available. Yay! Michelle Lee Phelan is a self-taught artist, oh my God, who has spent years learning and refining her necessary skills and techniques in developing her bold, colorful style. Yes, bold, colorful, but luminous. There's so much light in her artwork. Through her art, Michelle Lee has explored realms both real and imagined. Her artworks and prints now grace the walls of many homes throughout the world. As a professional illustrator, Michelle Lee has completed the cover artwork and internal illustrations for many publications, including The Oracle of the Dragon Fae by Lucy Cavendish. You can visit her website at dreamsofgaia.com. So apparently 2008, 2012, that deck was still in development. All right, we've got introduction and then card spreads. The card meanings. So we have groups. Protogenoi, there's 4 of those. Titans, there's 13 of those. Olympians, no, wait, not 13. 10, maybe? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Titans. The Olympians, this many. I'm not going to count them. Magical beings, and then heroes. Then we have a glossary, and about the author, about the artist, which I'm sure is the exact same thing that's on the back of the book, which is kind of silly. Anyway, I really am appreciating the glossary because we have pronunciations. How wonderful. Like Alcmene, Alcmene. Alcmene, Alcmene. This is wonderful. Aphrodite. Aphrodite? Aphrodite. That's interesting. But anyway, we've got pronunciation guides, and that is always appreciated by a language nerd like me. Okay. Introduction. The Greek myths are the stories of humankind. They're the stories of human nature, human cycles, and the nature of the divine. It is through the symbols and metaphors of these stories that we come to better understand ourselves and our own internal processes. And then it talks about what the cards are designed to do. Talks about the hero's journey and the beginning of new phases of life, encountering new terrain. So all telling us how we can use these cards. And then the return phase, when using these cards, read them as a story that tells the journey of you right now. If you see the cards as a natural flow or story, you'll have a greater ability to understand what's happening in your life, what you need, and what comes next. Each card's message is accompanied by the story and attributes of a god, goddess, or hero. It is well worth taking the time to read the stories of these beings, as they'll provide you with greater insight when you go on to read the messages they bring you. Think of it as getting to know the storyteller before he or she tells you the story. Okay, 5 categories. Protogenoi are basic essential energies born out of creation. They're the original raw personifications of nature, such as earth, sky, day, night. Titans are a race of primordial deities born of Gaia and Uranus. Okay, wait, I got to do this because it bugs me. Uranus. Oh, well. Okay. Olympians, magical beings, heroes. We're not going to read all that. Card spreads, daily spread, pick a card. Nature spread is a 3 card, past, present, future. Relationship spread is a 5. Archetype spread is 6. Oh, looky, that's the thing I do. How interesting. Then there's the cycle spread, which is 6 cards. The hero spread, which is 6 as well. And then we go to the card meanings. So we get a small black and white picture of the card, the name and the key phrase or word, and then we have the myth and the message. Wonderful. And there is a dark page. Oh, that's good. It looks like there's a dark page separating each section, so you can get to them quick if you need to. And let's see here. Are they? Yes, the cards are numbered. That's appreciated as well. And so, no problem finding things to look them up. Let's look to the deck. Let's look at the deck. All right. Oh, for heaven's sake. I will warn you, we just went into the shadow of a retro this week, so this could be entertaining. Here are the backs. And it is a griffin or a seagull. We've got wings, we've got beaks and claws and a fish's tail. And then we start with Uranus, which they say is Uranus. Okay, whatever. I don't agree. And he is the father. Gaia. So wait, let me comment on the artwork here. So just look at the light that comes with this. I mean, as a self-taught artist, she certainly knows the subtleties of shading. Look at how she does drapery, but the light that comes from things is just beautiful. She's expert at rendering people. And again, here's Gaia the mother. Look at the light. So subtle and so beautiful. Here's Pontus the unknown. Wow. I have to say, you know, looking at the layout of them, how nice would it have been not to have all this border and have a larger image? You know, it kind of bugs me when we've got big cards, but they're as big as they are because of borders. And, you know, I appreciate big images, but let's not waste, you know, the real estate that we have here with stuff that's not an image. Here's Hemera, rebirth. Okay, so I'm going to see something here. Hemera. Okay, good. I was going to say, if you're going to call him Uranus, this better be Hemera and not Hemera. Okay. She is rebirth. And then there's Cronus, cycles. Look at the dark and the light. She's very good at this. I mean, you in the light side, he looks kind of young. We go over to the dark side and we see gray. And Cronus is time. Wonderful. Then we have Rhea. Rhea or Rhea. This will be the last time I look, I swear to God. And the guides are laughing at me. Rhea. Okay. Is protection. Look how beautiful she is with the swan and the moon. The illustrations are very detailed. Like if, you know, the images were bigger, or if you go and look, the eyes are just gorgeous. Here's Prometheus, sacrifice. Yeah, look at this. Mnemosyne is inspiration. And again, you see that light pouring out of her hand. Atlas is responsibility. Wow. And very descriptive of their stories as well. Themis, natural order. Again, she really loves doing these side-by-side contrasts. I could pull a couple cards out of Dreams of Gaia that do the same thing. Look, we've got the sun here and the moon here. I really love it. Selene, intuition. Selene, I think she would be. Gorgeous. Almost got lost there for a second. And here's Helios. Oh, look at this glorious pair. Oh my. He is illumination. So what was she again? Intuition and illumination. Eos, new beginning. Wow. Zeus, divine expansion. So would he really be Zeus? I know I'm a liar. Zeus, not Zeus. Okay. His lightning rod in his hand. Demeter, harvest. I love the hair. I love the clothing. She really has knowledge and a great sense of design. Here's Hera, duty. I love the kind of the gauntlets that she's wearing. Here's Hades, the underworld. I love that we can't see his face. That's amazing. And I love that there's like this very thin, luminous line around that dark cloak. Here's Poseidon, Earthshaker. Artemis, purity. Wow. Look at her hanging in the middle of the air, jumping up in motion. And you can see by the position of her hands and the bowstring here that she has just released the arrow. What a great moment. Instead of showing somebody like Artemis static, to show her that moment where she's leapt into the air and released. So cool. Apollo, clarity. Wow. Pan, nature, hello. Hephaestus, his work. Look at him. Is that burned? Yes. Wow. And like I said, the light. Here's Aries, battle. Hestia, home. Athena, wisdom. Hermes, messages. Aphrodite, love. Look at the skirt. Look, it's just so beautiful. There's the apple. Eros, desire. Oh my. I mean, look at the face. If that doesn't show desire, I don't know what does. Well done. Persephone is awakening. Look at the souls of the underworld here in her gown. Can you see? I was lucky the first time. Yeah, look. Wow. Dionysus is freedom. Oh, now I gotta wait till it focuses again. Then we have Hebe, play. Iris, harmony. Oh, almost named my daughter Iris. Look how beautiful. Chiron, healing. The centaur from Sagittarius. Here's Pandora, hope. Wow. I mean, all we know about Pandora is she couldn't overcome her curiosity and she opened the box and unleashed havoc. But look at her holding on to it. That'll be an interesting one to read. The Moirae, destiny, so the fates. Spinning, measuring, cutting. Kate, crossroads. The triple goddess. And we have Thanatos, death. Achilles, glory. Orpheus, faith. Odysseus, the journey. Heracles, strength. Perseus, courage. Wow, there's Medusa. Helen of Troy, beauty. Psyche, sacred union. And Bellerophon, humility. All right, let's give it a blessing. They kind of stick to each other as glossy cards do, and I'm seeing here on this edge we have a nick. You can see that the whole edge is kind of pushed back and the white is showing. So I'm thinking this deck is, yeah, look, we've got borders that are the same color either side. I think this deck is going to need edged. But in the meantime, let's give all these gods and goddesses and no, they didn't have Gorgons, did they? Titans and, you know, I'm kind of sad that Medusa doesn't have her own card, you know? I can tell when my energy's low, I can't find words. But by air and fire, may you be purified and charged. And while we do this, I also send out blessings to the author, the artist, all involved in the creation of the deck by water and earth. May you be blessed and made whole. And by the sound of the bell, I'm scared I'm going to hit it too hard. There we go. May you be. May the spirit awaken within you. May all negativity be cleared and the spirit awaken. And I offer, let me close this, to my guides and guardians, allies and ancestors. I offer you fresh water. I offer you the fire of Azrael in gratitude and invitation for you to be present here in this test drive, in this reading, to give a good message to my viewers. And you can see I can get my fingers around it, no problem. They are very flexible. This is the exact same cardstock as in Dreams of Gaia. I mean, it is like hyper flexible. That doesn't bother me in the least. It's so easy on my hands. As I get older and as my issues become more noticeable, shall we say, it truly becomes painful for me to shuffle decks that don't shuffle easily. They just are so stiff and it hurts my joints. And see, I can even get my fingers around it to shuffle this way, but they don't, they don't slide against each other very easily. So let's just do this a little bit and ask for a message for my viewers, for the collective. What is it that we need to know today in order to bring our best in terms of energy and wisdom and compassion, our use of power? I mean, it really is a pleasure to shuffle. Kind of hard to put them back together, though, because they do sort of stick. So this would be a deck that benefits from fanning powder. All right. We're going to do our 6 card, but we'll take them like the first 3 at a time. And if we get a good reading from that, I won't continue. There is Themis, natural order. There is Chiron, healing. I've got a message already. And there is Odysseus, the journey. Okay. Now, while I appreciate that we have, what's her number? 10. That we have the pronunciation guide in the back. And it does say, you know, what they are gods and goddesses of. So it's a quick reference, but still, you could just put the pronunciation with the card. That would be great too. All right. Natural order. The myth. Themis is the goddess of natural order and justice. The daughter of Gaia and Uranus, she is known for her wisdom and acts as counsel to Zeus. Themis governs the law of nature as opposed to the law of humankind. When Themis's order is not respected, Nemesis, the goddess of retribution, punishes the offender. Okay, now hold on a second. I'm looking because I don't remember Nemesis being in here. And she's not. and that makes me sad. Okay. The message. So that was it. That was it. Justice is balance, and balance comes with order. Themis is the balance of all things, as is nature. All things have a natural order: day, night, harmony, chaos, birth, death. And when we struggle against this natural order, we become severely out of balance. As Byron Katie says, anytime you argue with reality, you lose, but only 100% of the time. And that goes for the natural order too. This is the time to get your life in order. Clear your bedroom and personal space, organize your schoolwork and activities, keep your body clean and healthy, and keep your relationship clear and honest. So, in the message here, I mean, that myth was so short, but the message, she gives an overall that justice is balance, all things come in balance. And then there's a very succinct, here's what it's time to do. Order can take hard work and focus, but it is necessary. It's time to look at all the aspects of your life on both inner and outer levels and face them head on. You may need to check your grades or deadlines, confront a person or institution, or deal with personal issues, habits, and beliefs. And here's where we see that it was marketed to teens. You know, your grades, check your grades. So that too, I have to remember how this was, that it was marketed through the teen imprint and filter what I'm reading here. We often experience pain in circumstances that feel unfair, but in time, all things find their natural way of returning to balance, and they do not need to be forced. Justice is not an eye for an eye. Justice is the natural order of the universe. You cannot control other people, nor can you control every event that happens in your life. You can control your own actions and do what you believe to be right. If you are clear in your life and honest with yourself, then justice surely will follow. Okay. There's very good advice there, and sorry for that glare. You can see her better. So justice, I've begun looking at justice, particularly in the tarot, as more about alignment and not judgment, like, karma. It is karmic because it says whichever way one side, of the scale dips, the other side goes up. There is that balance. Things are intimately connected. But think about natural order as alignment as well, bringing things back into the natural order, aligning with the natural order. Then we have Chiron, healing. Oops, here he is. The myth: Chiron was a centaur, a creature that is half man and half horse. While most centaurs do not have divine parentage, Chiron was born of the union between Cronus, appearing as a horse, and the nymph Philyra. The wise centaur was a teacher to many heroes, including Achilles, Heracles, and Peleus. Chiron was also known as a great healer, but one day Heracles accidentally shot him in the thigh with a poisoned arrow, and Chiron was unable to heal himself. Being immortal, he could not die, but he suffered great pain. Chiron and Heracles convinced Zeus to allow Chiron to give up his immortal life in exchange for the life of Prometheus, whom Zeus was torturing for stealing fire and giving it to man. Chiron was then placed in the sky as the constellation Sagittarius. Wow! So that is a good story. All healing requires a sacrifice of some kind. We must give up that which is keeping us bound in pain, which is usually related to that which is keeping us bound in comfort. Wow. Sometimes it feels harder to give up the old comfortable thoughts and beliefs that are actually keeping us miserable than it does to be happy and healthy. Okay, so this is speaking directly to me and the habits of, when you're feeling like crap a lot of the time, it's so easy to go for instant gratification of, let's go get some chocolate, let's go get some candy, cookies, just things that are shitty for you. And those things make me feel worse because they make my joints hurt, eating a lot of grains. Well, anyway, yes, the choices we need, sometimes it's harder to give up old, comfortable thoughts that are really keeping you in pain than it is to actually give them up and be happy and healthy. If you've drawn this card, you need healing in your life now. Whether you require physical, mental, or emotional healing, you must pinpoint which aspects of your life are in need of balance. This may relate to school, health, or relationships, and you may need to make some active changes in these areas in order to bring them back into an essential state of inner balance. Look how that card is talking to this one. Very connected. You may need to look over your life and the aspects of it you have not yet owned. You know what? I'm going to stand her up a little bit so you can see her better. Does that work? That works. Okay. You may need to undergo a deep emotional release so that you can facilitate acceptance and forgiveness. A counselor may aid you in this process. Standing O to any reader or author that suggests counseling to people. Let's have a fire of Azrael, amen, and hallelujah on that one. Alternatively, there are many books that may be of great assistance to you. This is a time of healing for you. Chiron informs us that the greatest gifts we impart to the world come from our greatest wounds. Through the process of healing, you can learn about the inherent gifts that exist within you and make the heroic choice to use your gifts for the greater good. The decision to be a healthy person is the greatest gift you can offer the world. I'm going to say it again. The decision to be a healthy person is the greatest gift you can offer the world. Wow. Okay, I'm digging these, you guys. The writing is excellent. The artwork is stellar. And then we have Odysseus, the journey. The myth: Odysseus was a hero of great wit and intelligence. It was his idea to penetrate the walls of Troy by giving the Trojans a large wooden horse, eventually known as the Trojan horse, that carried a band of Greek soldiers hidden within it. After the Trojan War, Odysseus made his way home to Ithaca. While stopping over at an island, he managed to outsmart the Cyclops Polyphemus. Polyphemus, full of rage, asked his father Poseidon to never allow Odysseus to reach his home. Poseidon did all he could to prevent Odysseus's safe arrival, although Odysseus eventually returned to Ithaca. Homer chronicled Odysseus' long and arduous journey in the Odyssey. The message: if you've been working toward achieving a considerable goal, this card assures you that you can do it. There will be many challenges along your way. Distractions, temptations, and battles are inevitable in every hero's quest, but only those willing to face the dangers and defeat the monsters experience victory. Those who don't get distracted or give up when the journey gets too rough, those who face every challenge head on, will assuredly reach their goals. Decide today to be that person. Have heart and courage. Be heroic. Odysseus fought a 10-year battle at Troy and took another 10 years to fight his way back home, but he eventually accomplished the seemingly impossible. Yet it was not the accomplished task that made Odysseus great, it was the journey itself. This card signals victory. Stay true to your heart and vision now, for you have the courage to create and achieve great things. Embrace your journey, both the challenges and the joys of it, and stay true to your heart's desires. Magnificent things are possible now. Whoops, she slipped down. All right, I got to take my sweater off. This deck is heating me up. Okay. There she is there again. I am going to take, this is a short video so far. So in honor of those of you who hang around to the very end, blessings on you. I'm going to keep going. We have Hera, duty, and Orpheus, faith. Wow, what a combo there. And then we're going to put the last one here. Okay. Duty and faith. That you just, rather than wrestling with the shoulds, should I do this? Is this good enough? Is it, all the chatter that goes on? We just step up, do our duty, recognize what is in front of us, asking to be done, do that with faith that it's all going to have the impact it needs to have. All right, Hera. The myth. Hera, the queen of the gods, is the wife of Zeus and the daughter of Cronus and Rhea. She is the goddess of marriage, childbirth, power, and duty, staying at Zeus's side despite his countless infidelities, though there are many stories of her jealousy and vindictiveness towards Zeus's lovers. Yes, she took it out on the women. Okay. Anyway, her anger lies at the core of many myths. She creates the challenges many heroes need to face, challenges that, once overcome, end up defining the hero's powers. The message. Hera is here to remind us of the realm of duty. but the duty in question is the one toward ourselves and our own personal honor code, as opposed to duty for the sake of status. When you act out of obligation to others rather than obligation to your inner self, you begin to lose life force. Wow. Wow. You become and you know your obligation to your inner self. If you do accept the duty to your inner self, and this assumes strong ethics, which, if you're on a spiritual journey, ethics is a huge part of it. If your duty is to stay true to those ethics, then that duty is to others as well. If All right, you become disconnected from yourself and use your senses to discern what action is best in the eyes of the world, rather than doing what you know in your heart to be right. This is kind of the vibes of, like it says in the Bible, if you're going to give money, don't do it anonymously. So this is talking about performative versus true duty and devotion. If you give your power, energy, and personal truth away, believing you're helping others, you're really only pursuing status or acceptance for yourself. This can make you angry and resentful. Every healthy person needs a personal honor code, and the courage to stay true to that code is the key to a healthy life. Now, exercising duty to others isn't always the opposite of duty to yourself. When you really are aligned with yourself spiritually and you have your priorities straight, again, you will be serving others as well, and you'll be able to recognize when you are called to act, on behalf of others. This is a time for you to check in on your own personal honor code. Are you violating it in any way? Have you disregarded it in order to put the needs of others before your own? This is a time for being honest with yourself. Stand strong in all that you believe. Very interesting. And then we have Orpheus. The myth, known as the father of song, Orpheus is an incredibly complex mythological figure, and I always love it when there's music in decks. He was a master poet and musician and is said to have founded the mysterious Greek religion Orphism. When a poisonous snake killed his wife Eurydice, Orpheus journeyed into the underworld to beg Hades and Persephone to allow Eurydice to return to the world above with him. He did this in the form of a song that brought tears to all who heard it, a deep, sorrowful song filled with anguish and longing for his wife. Upon hearing the song, Hades and Persephone were so moved that they granted his request, the only time they ever allowed such a thing to occur. However, they would only allow Eurydice passage back as long as she followed behind Orpheus on their return journey, and he did not look back at her until they were safely out of the underworld. Tragically, just before they reached the surface, Orpheus did indeed look back. Eurydice vanished before his eyes and was lost to him. So this is why he's about faith. He needed, to have faith that she was behind him, and he didn't. Why did Orpheus look back? Did he not trust the power of his own song? Wow! Carissa Mulatto, I'm going to be looking to see what else, if she has since 2008, 2012, done any other decks, because dang, she's a good writer. When we make the difficult journey through the underworld, our subconscious, and undergo the transformation that takes place there, we return to the surface with incredible treasures, but the only way to return with those treasures intact is to maintain faith in our own abilities. This card shows you have great vision and talent, but it is essential that you believe in yourself, your own song, and the power you hold. You can accomplish miraculous things, but you cannot allow self-sabotage and doubt to stump you along the way. You are powerful, and you must now gather the courage and faith to stand in this power. Close your eyes and feel the essence of your being. Breathe into your heart and feel the magic that exists within you. Stand strong in your truth, in your abilities, and in yourself, and you will return triumphant. This is such a pair. So we're talking about really being true to ourselves and our ethical standards, and those things would include keeping our boundaries strong. They didn't mention boundaries, but it was all over the place when I was reading this. Um, and just, keeping ourselves on our own straight and narrow. And look at how they're looking at each other. Oh, look at how they're looking at each other. All three of these are looking straight at us. These two are looking at each other. Duty and faith, that you have to do your duty again and have faith that you are enough to accomplish what you need to accomplish. Holy moly. And then we have Helios, illumination. The myth. The Titan Helios is the son of Hyperion, god of light, and Thea, goddess of heavenly light, and the brother of Selene, moon, and Eos, dawn. The personification of the sun, he is often depicted as a beautiful crowned god who rides a chariot across the sky through the day, illuminating the world with his light. The message. When our vision is clear, we have the joy and comfort of perspective. We're able to make sense of past, present, and future, thereby allowing ourselves to make clear decisions about our lives. If Helios is in your cards today, the sun is shining on you now. This is a time of enlightenment. Clarity and joy will come to you as your life is illuminated. Things are becoming clear for you, so this is a very good time to write and reflect upon where you are. You may feel yourself brimming with inspiration and positive feelings, as this is an empowering period filled with vast possibility and much joy. Use this new burst of energy to prepare yourself forward to where you want to be in your life. But most important, do not forget to celebrate life, to play and to be merry, for life is nothing without joy. Now is the time for renewed energy, clarity, and perspective. Have fun and enjoy this abundant and fruitful period. Shut up. This is so good. So, we have to get ourselves in balance here. We've got to get in tune with the natural order of things and make life easier on ourselves so we are not trying to swim against the current. And in coming into that natural order, we focus on our own healing and look at the things that possibly we need to sacrifice in order to be our best selves, in order to be as healthy as we can be, because only when we are that healthy can we step up in duty, and that healing is our duty to ourselves. And look at, he's looking this way. Our duty to ourselves is to get our health together, okay, to be a healthy, healed person in the world, or healing person in the world, healing ourselves. And then the journey here, it's all about the journey. How are we accomplishing this? I'm thinking there's a couple of shows, Letterkenny and Shoresy, that we watch that have a lot of hockey and all about hockey. And one of the things they say is they don't ask how, they ask how many. This asks how. Not how far, not how many, not how long, but how. How are we going about the journey? Are we going about it in a way that keeps us healthy, in a way that does not try to, go against the natural order, or that, is in alignment with the natural order? And if we are journeying in that way, we can have faith that the healing will be accomplished, that we will find joy. I mean, he's talking about joy and celebration and play. So we have to believe in ourselves and our own abilities. Odysseus is saying, where are you going? Where are you heading? Are you getting there? And these are asking, are we getting there in the best possible way, in a way that is true to who we truly are inside? And do we believe in that? Do we believe in ourselves? And if we do, then the sun comes out on our journey. The outcome is one of joy and celebration. I am surprised pleasantly, and I always love it when that happens. Because this was an older deck and I'd kind of seen it go by years ago, but then didn't really hear anything else about it. And you think, maybe not. And I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I don't think it was an awful lot. And that might have been why I bought it, is it might have been just, extra cheap on Amazon. But if you guys have a chance for this deck, and I think it was going through, might have been going through a publisher's site that tipped me off to it. At any rate, it's well worth having. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, hit the like button. And I managed to make it almost 50 minutes. And I will see you next time. Until then, and also, let me know what you think down below. I answer still small enough that I can answer all the comments. So let's engage, and I will see you next time. Until then, this is Luna. Blessed be.